Hi. So I want to talk a little bit about holding a pencil for drawing. When we write, we have a tendency to kind of grip our pencils to write our name. And for good reason. It allows us to do very tight lines for script or handwriting. But for drawing, if we're tight, that doesn't allow us a full range of movement, and for working for a very long time, that quickly gets very hard. So think about different ranges of motion. For handwriting, we tend to move our fingers around, but what if you start to open this up a little bit? What if you realize that motion, you get a fuller range of motion if you use your wrists, but then you get an even wider range of motion if you begin to move your elbow, and look, the range of the mark I can make is much larger. And of course beyond that is actually moving from the shoulder. And so to really get the most out of drawing, being able to move with all of these as access points allows us to have greater movement and allow us to be more flexible in our drawing. Of course, we could still make tight movements, but so long as you're conscious of wider ranges of motion, you can get a lot done faster. And for students, efficiency is key, especially since students are often pressed for time. Another thing is holding the pencil. Traditionally, we hold it in our hands like so, kind of maybe between like our pointer finger and our middle finger. Maybe some people have other grips, but for drawing, you want to make sure that you're not gripping too hard. You don't want to have something like this. You want to stay loose. And if I'm working on a flat surface like a table, I go ahead and kind of draw this way. But pay attention, there are more than one way to hold a pencil for drawing, and can give you different qualities of line. One way that I was taught, and this makes sense for working vertically, taking your pencil with your pointer finger and your thumb, grip, and then kind of loosely grip, but this isn't like grasping on. And then you're able to draw. This might be very awkward at first, but it's pretty freeing in terms of being able to draw very quickly and smoothly. So it gives you more range of motion and will hopefully prevent you from being as tired as quickly for working with drawings long periods of time. And also you can see that if you were to draw like this, like you would a pencil, you can still move pretty quickly and freely, but this motion, this grasping at this angle, will get very tiring. And so you might not be used to holding a pencil this way, but if you practice, maybe drawing lines in different directions, you can gradually build some motor control there. Another thing you might notice from drawing that way is that if you draw this way, not only do you have the tip available, but if you draw it this way, you have the side of the pencil as well. So you can kind of see that naturally swells and tapers. So you can get more range from the pencil by holding your pencil differently and at different angles. And of course, another way I was taught is actually gripping it further away, further back at the pencil, which also gives you wider range of motion. So this is great for laying in quick thumbnail sketches or a layout before going in with finer work. So this is great for laying out general shapes of objects very quickly, but also for building up tone. It's a little sloppy, but you get the idea.